Welcome back and thanks for joining us. Holy Shields here for 𝐊𝐴𝐴𝐿 TV, welcoming you all to another edition of Executive Corner Expert Talks. On today's show we have Mr. Oleg Vornik, CEO of DroneShield, an ASX-listed drone company headquartered in Sydney, though with a global presence, and specializing in sea, UAS, electronic warfare, RF sensing, AI and machine learning, to name a few. Welcome to the show, Oleg. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thanks for having me on the program.
Great to have you on. First of all, congratulations from us at 𝐊𝐴𝐿 on your recent venture with the Australian Army. I understand that DroneShield successfully sold a quantity of RF1 MK2, I hope I'm saying that right, long-range sensors. Could you tell us a bit about that?
DroneShield provides a variety of sensors and effectors that give airspace awareness for drones used either in a battlefield scenario, which was this case, or for asymmetric kind of warfare more generally. Battlefield today is quite a complex environment where you have that whole middle section of airspace traditionally fairly empty between your airplanes and ground forces. Now having small drones, what we call class 1 and class 2, and sometimes class 3 drones, so it's a bit larger than your average coffee table, able to perform reconnaissance of the battlefield, direct fires, as well as deliver payload capacity themselves, so small detonation charges and the like. We have deployed with the Australian Army to put our sensors on the vehicles, which is the announcement that you're referring to. A vehicle is a large and important target on the battlefield, so it's important to protect it against drones themselves, or perhaps them calling reinforcements to take down the vehicle. So ability for our sensors to give that far range airspace awareness and also effective neutralization of drones is quite important, which is what this capability was about.
Right, I can imagine that would be a massive technological advancement for the Army.
That's right.
Right, and the drone technology that we just talked about has truly matured in terms of its functionality as a cost-effective and highly sophisticated platform. What would you say have been the most significant developments in recent times?
Drones, and when I say drones, I mean small drones, not the big airplane-sized drones, which have been around for quite some time, have truly evolved over the last even 5 or 6 years. We are talking going from the point where a drone could have very limited range and could not really do much harm, to the point where drones routinely are used in conflict zones worldwide. So we've seen the both sides use them extensively in the Russian-Ukrainian conflict recently, as well as, of course, Azerbaijan-Armenia war, where Azerbaijan used Turkish drones extensively to dominate the battlefield, being one of the conclusive factors behind them winning that conflict. Middle East, of course, has been the prime area where drones have been used for quite some time, whether it's Yemeni rebels using drones to attack the coalition of forces with Saudi and UAE government forces, or the rest. So that's been the market in which we as DroneShield have been active for several years now, providing airspace awareness and also neutralization against small drones.
Right. Now you mentioned the involvement of drones in some of the geopolitical conflicts. How have these incidents impacted the drone industry?
So no drone manufacturer wants, I'm talking about small drones, wants their drones to be used for nefarious purpose. However, you always have agents that take drones, and you can buy a drone for a couple $1,000 off the shelf in JB Hi-Fi and use it for any application you wish, which also includes, of course, using them either individually or in swarms in warfare kind of scenarios. And then you have slightly larger drones, what you call class 3, which are what I mentioned, sort of a few meters in length, that still kind of come under that small drone category. And we're seeing increasing amounts of those drones now on the battlefield as well. And it's also becoming a true multi-domain problem where we're seeing them used in Navy sort of environments across the land, or even multi-domain of drones being able to go both above water and underwater, for example.
That makes perfect sense. Now I understand that DroneShield has continued to secure new and repeat material customer contracts around the world. One with the military of a key Five Eyes country, and on top of that, you've seen an expansion into the Brazilian market. What's propelling this impressive contract spree that the company is on?
Brazil, on the other hand, is a very significant market of South America, one of the largest defense markets in the region, and also a market where drones have been reportedly attacking targets, so they truly have need for counter-drone. It took us a little while to get set up correctly, so as we mentioned in the announcement, we had to get proper regulator approvals in order to start selling, which is now done, and we're excited about growing our business in that country. In terms of elsewhere in Five Eyes, so we have on-the-ground presence in the US as well. So in the US, we have a office in Virginia. So our sales team of field service engineers who are punching truly well above their weight and doing a great job with various US defense and government agencies. And we also have a small team in the UK working together with British Telecom, our UK exclusive partner, to advance, again, mostly defense and government agency market there.
That's really great to hear, and I'd like to circle back to that expansion. And also the second quarter of 2021 as well is shaped up to be DroneShield's highest ever cash receipts quarter, with a strong order book and significant near-term order pipeline. And all this despite the COVID-19 slowdown. Considering these things, what can we look forward to seeing in addition to the expansion, as you mentioned, in the near term from DroneShield?
That's right. So we published a $7.3 million June quarter, making us about just over $9 million in customer cash receipts for the half year ending June 21. We are expecting to continue that growth as we're seeing our $200 million pipeline rapidly scaling.
Well, we look forward to seeing the results of that growth. Hopefully you've got a busy couple of years ahead of you. On that note, it is just about time to wrap up though, so I've got to say thanks so much for joining us today, Oleg. It's been great to hear insights.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure to have you on. And thanks for your time as well, viewers. Stay tuned for more live updates. As we say here, stay apprised and invest wise with 𝐊𝐼𝐴.